Okay, I'm starting with the most simple answer as I know this is the fourth lecture. So I'm taking up a little simple answer right now. It's McKinsey 7S framework. Okay. Let us understand what is this. Okay. And what do you mean by 7S framework? Okay. So we will, Sarita is not there in the session. Can Mehak read, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. You can start from here. The McKinsey 7S framework.
The McKinsey 7S framework is a management model developed by consultants at McKinsey and Company consulting firm Robert H. Waterman, Jr. and Tom Peters in the 1980s.
Okay, so this model is not a very old model. It is developed in the year 1980s. Students, model-based answers, or if you get to, if you come across any questions like this, model-based, okay. So this is somebody's research work, okay. They have collected the data, they have identified some elements, okay, and it is completely their viewpoint. In this answer that you're going to study 7S framework, this is the viewpoint of McKinsey and Company. It is a consulting firm basically, okay, and it is their viewpoints, okay, and in their viewpoints they have identified 7S, okay, and S stands for structure, system, style, staff, skills, strategies, okay, and shared values. All right. तो ये 7S जो इन्होंने आइडेंटिफाई किया है मैकिन्से कंपनी ने, तो उन्होंने उसको ना कैटेगराइज किया है. ओके, दे हैव categorized majorly into two broad categories: hard elements and soft elements. Okay, these are those elements in the organization which helps the company to run smoothly and effectively. Let us understand how it is written in the textbook. Okay. I hope it is readable, huh? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. The model is most often used as an organizational analysis tool to assess and monitor changes in the internal situation of an organization. The model can be used to identify which elements of the organization need to be realigned to improve performance.
So in
The
case you're running an organization, you can refer to this model, okay, and accordingly alter which of these elements require realignment. आपने बीसीजी मैट्रिक्स स्टडी किया था ना, तो वो मैट्रिक्स देख के आपको आइडिया आ गया कि अगर मेरी कंपनी है, मेरे अलग अलग एसबीयू है, तो मेरे कौन से एसबीयू को स्टार में होना चाहिए, कौन से एसबीयू को क्वेश्चन मार्क में होना चाहिए. अगर वो क्वेश्चन मार्क में है तो what I should do, what strategy I should follow. Correct na? Similarly, your company can refer to this model, and these elements, the 7S, can be altered, can be realigned. We will study all the 7 elements one by one. You will get the clarity. Okay, moving ahead with the next paragraph.
The basic premise of the model is that there are 7 internal aspects of an organization that need to be aligned so as to enable the organization to achieve its goals and objectives. In other words, the success of the organization largely depends on the realignment of the 7 factors.
Yeah, I think when you already have this 7 factors in your company, okay, the 7 elements are already there. You have to make sure that you realign these 7 elements properly so that you are able to run your organization effectively. Students, just 1 minute. I'm getting a call from office. Just 1 minute. All right. We move ahead with the next paragraph. Okay, Mehak, all right.
The 7S framework consists of 3 hard elements: structure, strategy, system, and 4 soft elements: skill, style, staff, and shared values. Hard elements are more tangible, easily identified, and influenced by management. The soft elements are difficult to describe, more intangible, and are influenced by the corporate culture.
Okay, now listen to this very carefully. These elements are they already exist, okay, in your company. And you have to tactfully handle all these 7 elements, out of which the 3 elements are hard and 4 elements are soft. These hard elements are tangible, यानी कि आप देख सकते हो. Structure of the company, strategy of the company, system of the company. Structure यानी क्या? The relationship that exists within the company. लोगों के बीच में कैसा रिलेशनशिप है, हायरार्की क्या है, हु इज अ सुपरवाइजर, हाउ मेनी टीम्स ही इज हैंडलिंग, लाइक दैट. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ स्ट्रक्चर. स्ट्रेटजी ऑफ द कंपनी, कंपनी कौन सी स्ट्रेटजी अपना रही है, ग्रोथ या फिर इंटरनेशनलाइजेशन या फिर स्टेबिलिटी, विच स्ट्रेटजी द कंपनी इज फॉलोइंग. सिस्टम यानी कि हाउ द कंपनी इज वर्किंग, व्हाट इज द मेथोडोलॉजी ऑफ वर्किंग. तो ये 3 चीज तो बड़ी टेंजिबल है. ओके, then comes the 4 soft elements which are intangible. Intangible यानी कि आप इसे देख नहीं सकते हो. Okay, and इसका analysis या evaluation करना और भी difficult है. Okay, because things that you can't see is difficult to evaluate. For example, you buy a product from the company, product from the market. उसको आप, वो tangible product है, उसको use करोगे, आपको idea आएगा ना कि कितना अच्छा है, कितना पुअर क्वालिटी है या कैसा है ना. कलर देख सकते हो, फ्रेग्रेंस देख सकते हो, वेराइटी देख सकते हो. वही आप सर्विसेज अवेल करते हो तो थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट होता है एनालिसिस करना. फॉर इंस्टेंस, हम लोग रेस्टोरेंट गए तो किसी को वहाँ का फूड पसंद आएगा, किसी को एम्बियंस पसंद आएगा, किसी को फूड नहीं पसंद आएगा, किसी को एम्बियंस नहीं पसंद आएगा. राइट, दिस इज बिकॉज इट्स इनटेंजिबल कैरेक्टर. ओके, तो अभी ये जो हार्ड एलिमेंट्स है ना, ये इनटेंजिबल है. ओके, यू कांट सी इट. ओके, सो व्हाट आर दोज एलिमेंट्स? स्किल्स. ओके, यानी आपके एम्प्लॉयज के स्किल्स कैसा है. स्टाइल. ओके, व्हाट इज द वर्किंग पैटर्न एंड स्टाइल. स्टाफ. ओके, ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन सी द स्टाफ, बट हाउएवर इवैल्यूएटिंग कि कौन सा स्टाफ कैसा परफॉर्म करना है इज वेरी चैलेंजिंग. शेयर्ड वैल्यूज, कंपनी का कोर कल्चर होता है, कोर वैल्यूज होते हैं विच इज एक्सपेक्टेड बाय एवरी एम्प्लॉइज टू शेयर अमंग्स देमसेल्फ. हाउएवर, ओके, कभी कभार ऐसा होता है कि आपके एम्प्लॉय का पर्सपेक्टिव अलग होगा और कंपनी का शेयर्ड वैल्यूज डिफरेंट है. तो लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड वन बाय वन. It will be easy for you. We will go with the first one, that is, just a moment, strategy. You read it completely till here.
Okay, ma'am.
है ना?
Strategy. Yes, ma'am. It refers to the intended decision and actions to be taken by the company to achieve its goals and objectives. It deals with analysis of competition, customer, and other elements of environment. Based on environmental analysis and internal analysis, a company may select strategy alternatives: stable growth strategy, retrenchment strategy, or a combination strategy. A well-defined strategy enables a business firm to allocate resources to various activities to achieve organizational objectives. With reference to strategy, the following questions need to be answered so as to take the organization from the current position to the desired future position. What is our strategy? How do we intend to achieve our objectives? How do we deal with competitive pressure? How are changes in customers' demands dealt with? How is strategy adjusted for environmental issues?
Okay, the first S, which is strategy, is very important because this S is going to define how you're going to run the organization. First of all, you frame the strategy based on the analysis of environment. Okay, both the internal as well as the external analysis. After you analyze, you decide whether you want to go for stable strategy, growth strategy, retrenchment, या फिर कॉम्बिनेशन. करेक्ट. अगर आपका स्ट्रैटेजी वेल डिफाइंड है ना, आपका कंपनी स्मूथली ऑपरेट करेगा. योर एम्प्लॉय शुड बी अवेयर ऑफ योर स्ट्रैटेजी. नाउ few questions that you need to ask yourself. Okay, what is our strategy? Okay, how do we intend to achieve that strategy? How do we deal with the competitive pressure? Okay, what if we are also planning to grow, and what if the competitor is also planning to grow? So, wo situation mein, how are we going to deal with this competitive pressure? Okay, then how the changes in customer demands are going to influence our strategy? Possibly we are going with the stability strategy, but the customer is demanding new varieties. Okay, so obviously you have to come out of your comfort zone and serve the customer what they want, right? So you have to decide now what strategy has to be adopted, what new strategy has to be adopted, then how your strategy can be adjusted to the environment. कौन सा environment? Business environment. This is very simple to understand because हमने बहुत सारे answers related to strategy already study किया है. I don't think so I have to go much in detail over here. We move on to the second one, which is structure. All right.
Structure. It is an established pattern of relationships among different components or part of the organization. The structure indicates superior subordinate relationships and authority and responsibility assigned to members of the organization. It indicates who report to whom in the organization. The structure may be centralized or decentralized or may take any other form depending upon the nature, size, culture, and values of the organization. With reference to structure, the following questions need to be answered. How is the organization structure or divided? What is the hierarchy? How do the various departments coordinate activities? How do the team members organize and align themselves? Is decision making and controlling centralized or decentralized?
Okay, now this is very interesting. Structure of any organization, student, is what? It is a pattern of relationship, okay, that exists within the company. You have to define the level and hierarchy very clearly. हाँ, कि ये वर्कर्स हैं, वर्कर्स के सुपरवाइजर्स हैं, टीम लीडर्स हैं, सुपरवाइजर्स के फिर डिपार्टमेंटल मैनेजर्स हैं, उनके असिस्टेंट मैनेजर्स हैं, डिपार्टमेंटल मैनेजर्स के ऊपर ऑपरेशनल मैनेजर्स हैं. ओके, सो डिविजनल मैनेजर्स भी हो सकते हैं, क्योंकि मेरा शायद एक प्रोडक्शन बॉम्बे में हो रहा है तो एक प्रोडक्शन शायद असम में भी हो रहा होगा, तो डिविजनल मैनेजर्स होंगे, है ना. सो आई हैव टू डिफाइन द स्ट्रक्चर वेरी क्लियरली. हर एक एम्प्लॉय को पता होना चाहिए whom they are supposed to report to. Okay, and then the structure can be centralized or it can be decentralized. Some companies, the students, they keep one boss for one particular function. Okay, and the company might have different branches in the city or in the town. For example, गोदरेज का मेन ऑफिस विक्रोली में है, गोदरेज के और भी ऑफिसेस बॉम्बे में होंगे. ओके, लेकिन पर्टिकुलर एक फंक्शन का मेन मैनेजर, ओके, वहां पे गोदरेज में ही होगा, गोदरेज के जो हेड ऑफिस है वहां पे होगा. ओके, यानी कि विक्रोली में होगा. एंड बाकी जगहों पर, ओके, देयर विल बी रिपोर्टिंग मैनेजर्स लाइक दैट. सो यू कैन डिसाइड सेंट्रलाइज होना चाहिए या फिर डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड. ओके, व्हाट इज डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड? व्हेन आई एम अपॉइंटिंग मैनेजर्स इन द डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कंपनीज. ओके, जैसे अभी मैंने ये एग्जांपल दिया कि विक्रोली में ही उनके मेन मैनेजर है. अभी ऐसा नहीं होगा, जहां जहां पे आपका ब्रांचेस है वहां वहां पे आप मैनेजर्स अपॉइंट कर रहे हो. तो कंपनी हैज to take a decision whether we need a centralized form of working or whether we can go for decentralized. Okay, जो हमारे लिए effective होगा हमें वो करना चाहिए. Then certain questions that you need to address to कि company का structure कैसे divide करना है, hierarchy कितना होना चाहिए. I think level hierarchy यानी कि level, too many hierarchy should be avoided. Should be avoided. बहुत सारे levels है ना, avoid करना चाहिए. क्यों ऐसे students? Because you will be wasting a lot of time in the approvals, in the permission. Okay, so number of hierarchies, number of levels should be less. Okay, how do various departments or coordinate within the company? We should ask this question to ourselves. How the team members align themselves. Okay, how decision making and controlling is happening. Okay, whether it is centralized or whether it is decentralized. So structure is basically the relationships, okay, within the company. All right. Again, further, the textbook is saying it can be centralized and it can be decentralized. I hope I'm not going very fast.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So moving on to the system. Okay, thank you for your replies. We move ahead with the third S, which is system.
System. It refers to the daily activities and procedure that staff members engage in to get the job done. System define processes and routine activities in an organization. The system include financial system, marketing system, IT system, reward and compensation system, performance appraisal system, etc. With reference to system, the following questions need to be answered. What are the main systems that run the organization? What are the controls and how are they monitored and evaluated? What internal rules and processes does the department use to keep on track?
Okay, now let us understand what do you mean by system. The daily routine, working procedure, okay. The established standard of working is called as system, okay. You can have routine activities much organized if your employees are, self-motivated and if you have good leaders in the company, तो आपका routine disturb नहीं होगा, okay. System can be any system, financial system, marketing system, how you're handling IT system, what is the reward and compensation system, okay, how is performance appraisal system monitored, okay. तो हर एक system को operate करते time you need to answer few questions, okay. What is the main system that run the organization? ऐसा क्या है जो कंपनी को चलाने में सबसे ज्यादा मदद कर रहा है, ओके. उसका कंट्रोल कैसा है और उसे मॉनिटर कैसे करना चाहिए. सिंपल से एग्जांपल देती हूँ आपको. फॉर एग्जांपल कॉलेज, ओके. अभी आप कॉलेज में आते हो, हाउ टू बी मॉनिटर के स्टूडेंट्स कितने आ रहे हैं. सी लेक्चर में स्टूडेंट्स का आना, ओके, आउट ऑफ 120 अगर 100 स्टूडेंट्स आ रहे तो इट्स अ ह्यूज सक्सेस, ओके. मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट्स आर रिपोर्टिंग इन द क्लासरूम. अगर 120 में से खाली 60 स्टूडेंट्स आ रहे हैं, मतलब 50% ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स आर रिपोर्टिंग इन द क्लासरूम. तो ये सिस्टम को मॉनिटर कैसे करेगी कॉलेज, ओके. यू कैन हैव द अटेंडेंस records that you can refer to. I think our college has already taken or will be taking biometrics of students. यानी कि हम लोग आपका पेपर पे अटेंडेंस नहीं लेंगे. You will be marking your attendance through your thumb impression while you enter inside the college and while you enter inside the classroom. So there will be machines over there and your check-in and check-out time will be monitored. ओके तो ये कंट्रोल सिस्टम को जो है ना, हमें अपने आप को आंसर करना चाहिए कि वो कितना इफेक्टिव है, ओके. उसके रूल्स क्या है, ओके, एंड हाउ द डिपार्टमेंट आर कीपिंग ट्रैक टू सच काइंड ऑफ सिस्टम. लेट मी जस्ट चेंज द पेज एंड वी मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पेज. एनी डिफिकल्टी इन सिस्टम स्टूडेंट्स? ऐसा कुछ तो आपको नहीं समझ में आया?
No, ma'am.
No.
We move on to the next one, which is shared values. Okay.
Shared values. These are the core values of the company that connect all the other six factors. The shared values are the guiding principles that lay the foundation of businesses. Placing shared values in the middle of the model emphasizes that these values are central to the development of all the other critical elements. The company's structure, strategy, system, style, staff, and skills all stem from why the organization was originally created and what the organization stands for. For original vision of the company was formed from the values of the creators. As the values change, so do all the other elements. With reference to shared values, the following questions need to be answered. What are the core values? What is the corporate culture? How strong the values? What are the fundamental values that the company was built on?
Okay, now shared values is something which I think every company should closely, monitor and evaluate. First three that we have studied, system, structure or strategy. Okay, that is easy to monitor and easy to evaluate. Okay, अगर उसमें कुछ loopholes होगा ना, तो हम आसानी से उसको आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं और उसको रिपेयर कर सकते हैं. लेकिन in these remaining 4S, okay, it is extremely difficult to monitor, evaluate and repair अगर कुछ हमारे से डैमेज हुआ है तो. तो shared values क्या होता है? The company's core values which is being shared by all the members. Okay, I think during the recruitment itself you can inform your employees कि कंपनी का core values क्या है, कंपनी किन चीजों को मानती है. Okay. Now, what things need to be answered कि कंपनी के core values और corporate culture कैसा है, कंपनी का how strong these values are, as in how many people are actually sharing this core values, what are the fundamental values that the company was built on. I think कंपनी हर एक कंपनी का ना एक strong base होता है. Okay. उनका जो आइडियोलॉजी, उनका जो बिलीफ, उनका जो फिलॉसफी होता है ना, उसके बेसिस पे ये कोर वैल्यू बनता है. रतन टाटा का जो अपनी कंपनी चलाते हैं तो उनका कुछ कोर वैल्यूज है. टाटा एज अ कंपनी इज नोन फॉर सर्विंग द मिडिल क्लास कस्टमर्स ऑफ द कंट्री. तो उनका कोर वैल्यू क्या है? टू बी टू डू CSR एक्टिविटी, to reach out to the customers needs and requirements. Okay. To make you can say, to provide quality products at very reasonable prices is the core value of Tata company. Of course, Tata is also selling premium products, लेकिन मेजरली बेसिक प्रोडक्ट क्या है? टाटा सॉल्ट, नमक. नमक से और ज्यादा बेसिक प्रोडक्ट क्या ही होगा हमारे घर में, है ना? तो टाटा का ये कोर वैल्यू है कि इट वांट टू रिच आउट टू दी middle class consumers of the country. On the other hand, Reliance, okay, unka core value kya hai? They believe in diversification and fast growth. Okay, therefore they are present in those industries which are fast growing, which is making a huge money. Okay, there is profit maximization, and they kind of keep investing in the new industries and they keep on diversifying. They are also present in the other countries. Okay, as in they are having good presence in the international market as well. ओके. तो रिलायंस का एक अलग कोर वैल्यू होगा. तो यू नीड टू आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन कि आपका कोर वैल्यू क्या है, वो कितना स्ट्रॉन्ग है, और आपका फंडामेंटल वैल्यू क्या है, यानी कि आपके कंपनी का बेसिक वैल्यू क्या है. ओके. सो दिस कम्स अंडर शेयर्ड वैल्यूज. वी मूव अहेड विद द नेक्स्ट S, which is skills. All right.
Skills. The skills define the core competencies of the employees. Managers and employees need to a whole range of skills to get the work done. The skills include conceptual skills, human skills, technical skills, administrative skills, decision-making skills, problem-solving skills, etc. With reference to skill, the following questions need to be answered. What are the strongest skills of the members in the company? Are there any skills gaps? Do the current employees have the ability to do the job? How are skills monitored and assessed?
Okay, now these are the core competencies of the employee, जिसको हम skills नाम से refer करते हैं. Okay, there can be, I think you remember the answer, हमने already study किया है. और there are different skills like technical, conceptual, human, administrative, decision making skills. ये हर एक skills जो है ना, it is very important to be there amongst the employees. कुछ questions जो हमें पूछना चाहिए कि कितने strongest skills है member के. Okay, आर देयर एनी स्किल्स गैप, यानी कि रिक्वायर वो पर्टिकुलर जॉब के लिए जो रिक्वायर्ड स्किल्स है, क्या वो मेरे एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉयज में है या नहीं. ओके. डू द करंट एम्प्लॉयज इवन हैव द एबिलिटी टू डू द जॉब. ओके. तो मुझे एनालाइज करना चाहिए कि प्रेजेंट सेट ऑफ स्किल्स जो है मेरे एम्प्लॉय का, क्या वो सफिशिएंट है या फिर उन्हें ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट देना चाहिए. हाउ आर स्किल्स मॉनिटर्ड एंड असेस्ड. मैं कैसे चेक करती हूँ कि मेरे एम्प्लॉयज के अंदर स्किल्स है, तो कितना है, कैसा है, उसे कैसे स्कोर करती हूँ, उसे कैसे इम्प्रूव करती हूँ, है ना. तो ऑल दिस थिंग्स नीड टू बी आंसर्ड. ओके. तो दिस इज अबाउट स्किल्स. वी मूव अहेड विद स्टाइल. ओके.
Ma'am, can you scroll the screen?
Okay, I'm so sorry. 1 minute. Yeah.
Style. It refers to management style in the organization. Managers may adopt different styles to get the work done from. Subordinates. The various management styles include situational leadership, autocratic, bureaucratic, consultative, participative, laissez-faire, etc. With reference to style, the following questions need to be answered. Which style of management is more relevant in different situations? Are the employees satisfied with the leadership style of the managers? What needs to be done to make the leadership styles more effective?
Okay. So style refers to the management वे ऑफ कंडक्टिंग। ओके, तो आपके यहाँ पे लीडर्स कैसे हैं? ऑटोक्रेटिक है, ब्यूरोक्रेटिक है, पार्टिसिपेटिव है? आई एम नॉट गोइंग इन डिटेल बिकॉज इसमें सारे एक्सप्लेनेशंस जो है ना स्टूडेंट्स, आपने ऑलरेडी स्टडी किया है। स्किल्स में मैंने ज्यादा डिटेल में क्यों नहीं डिस्कस किया, आपने ऑलरेडी स्टडी किया है स्किल्स क्या होता है ना। तो अभी सिमिलरली यर ऑल्सो इन स्टाइल ऑल्सो यू नीड टू एनालाइज कि कंपनी कौन से स्टाइल को अडॉप्ट कर रही है, क्या मेरे प्रेजेंट एम्प्लॉइज वो स्टाइल से हैप्पी है, और क्या करना चाहिए टू मेक द लीडरशिप मोर इफेक्टिव। ओके, so these answers if I get, I will be able to run my organization effectively. Let me very quickly take the last one, which is staff.
Staff. It refers to the number and type of employees in the organization. It is very important for an organization to manage its human capital to create competitive advantage. A company needs to have the right type of staff with the requisite knowledge, attitude, skills, and social behavior. With reference to staff, the following questions need to be answered. What are the strong competencies of the staff? What position need to be filled to complete the organizational task effectively? Are there gaps in required competencies of the staff? What can be done to attain commitment and dedication of the staff?
Thank you, Meg, for reading such a lengthy answer. So staff is the last S, which refers to the number of people in context to quantity and quality. Okay, your employees are going to take your organization to another level. So you need to answer certain questions to yourselves. Okay, that what kind of knowledge, attitude, skills, and social behavior my employees are having. Okay, a few more things that can be analyzed is what are the strong competencies of my existing staff. Is there anything which is lacking in them? What can be done to get the dedication and commitment from the staff? It's not easy you get dedication and commitment from the staff easily. You have to work on that. You have to create a strong bond with your people so that employees are self motivated and they give you their commitment and dedication. Okay, so that was about staff. I hope there is no difficulty. I know I went a little fast because all the S are very simple to understand. McKinsey consulting firm ने ये 7S को बस दो categories में बना दिया है, hard S and soft S. Hard S are those things which can be monitored and evaluated easily, whereas the soft S are those things which cannot be easily monitored and evaluated. However, managing both the hard and the soft S will help your company to run smoothly and of course get success and achieve the objectives. I hope the model of McKinsey 7S framework is easy to understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I guess then I stop for the day. It was a quite lengthy answer. We meet soon in the next class. Till then, you take care of yourselves. All right. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye,
Ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Welcome. Bye.